Hi everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about the examples of SVM. So or we can say that the real-time applications of SVM. So we can also say them as the real-time applications of SVM. So the following are some of the real-time examples some of the real-time applications of SVM. So first one is face detection. Number 2, text and hypertext categorization. Number 3, classification of images. Fourth one is bioinformatics. Fifth one, handwriting recognition. Sixth, speech recognition. So we will see them in detail one by one. Okay. So coming to the first one is face detection. So here what it does is, so it classifies, the SVM classifies the parts of the image as face and non-face, and it creates a square boundary around the face. Okay, hope you have understood. So face detection is nothing but by using SVM algorithm, what we are doing is we are identifying the face. Okay, we are classifying the face and non-face, and the face will be surrounded with a square boundary. Okay, so that is face detection. So if you see some cams in some cameras, if you are going to take picture of any person, so automatically that person's face will be recognized with square box. So that is what the face detection. So it is done with the help of SVM algorithm. That's what the author is trying to tell. So along with this, the facial expressions can also be detected by using SVM. Facial expressions means whether the person is in angry mode or happy mode or excitement mode. Okay, like that we can also detect the facial expressions of a human being by using this SVM. Okay, this is about face detection. Coming to the second one, it is text and hypertext categorization. So here the training data set is used to classify the documents in various categories, such as if it is news articles. Suppose if news articles are classified, so how those news articles are classified, whether they belongs to state news or whether they are central news or whether they are movie news or sports news, etc. Okay, if that document reaches the threshold value, then the document is classified into a particular category. Okay, if the document, so we will keep a saturation point, we will keep a threshold value. If that document reaches that threshold value, then we say that the document is classified into a particular category. Okay, otherwise if the document does not reach the threshold value, then it is considered as general document or general news. Okay, so this is about text and hypertext categorization. Coming to the third one, it is classification of images. So here SVM provides very good accuracy for image classification. Okay, it provides good accuracy in comparison of when it is compared with the traditional query-based searching technique or searching algorithm. This SVM gives very good accuracy. Okay, classification of images. It will classify the image. Okay. Next comes bioinformatics. It includes protein classification and cancer classification. So SVM is very much useful for identifying the classification of genes of a patient or of a human being, or it identifies the patients on the basis of their genes. Okay, and other biological problems can be predicted. So actually we can predict by using this SVM algorithm, we can predict the heart disease, we can predict the lung cancer, we can predict the breast cancer. Different prediction of different diseases can be done by using this SVM algorithm. So SVM is widely used in medical side also, or medical field also. Okay, and next comes handwriting recognition. So here we use SVM algorithm to recognize the handwriting of two different people. Okay, suppose if the handwriting of 100 people is already stored, okay, if it is trained, and if you give the input, of a particular person's handwriting, it will identify whether this person's handwriting is matching within that 100 documents already stored in the database or not. It will show if yes, it belongs to 70th document or 60th document or 55th document, like that it will show. Okay. So, and at the same time, it is also used to recognize handwritten characters. that used for data entry and validating signatures on documents. So nowadays, no, some forgeries will be done, right? So it will identify whether whether the document, whether the signature which is there on the document, and if a person keeps the signature, no, it will verify whether these two signatures are one and the same or not, whether they are one and the same or different. Like that, it will identify. Here also, it is very much useful. And last but not least, it is useful in speech recognition. If we give different speeches and if we store the data under their names, after completion of training, we can test the system by giving the speech as the input. After reading the input or after taking the input, it will give the name of the corresponding person. So this is how it will recognize the speech also. Okay. So like this, SVM is useful or helpful in various fields. Okay. It is not restricted to one or two fields. It is used in various fields. That is the main advantage of SVM algorithm. Okay, hope you have understood, right? Thank you.